Mike Jones here with Ken's. My brother Kenny and I own Ken's Stereo Junction. We have a store in Macon and a store in Warner Robins. And since 1978, when my daddy and my uncle started this business, we've been doing what we do, which is audio, video, and in-store service. You're going to love this show. It is amazing. Let's get inside and check it all out. All right, in our Macon and Warner Robins store, we've talked about the fact that we have these 12-volt displays for, car stereo, for fitting to be boat season, be ready for that. Fixed to be ATV season, be ready for that. Fixed to be side-by-side season, be ready for that. And we have all the marine and all that type products in stock, but also for your trucks and your cars and all these other vehicles. We have all different size speakers and all different types of head units and all types of amplifiers. One of the big promotions this particular month for February is going to be this brand, Sony Mobile ES. Now, Sony has a standard division, and then Mobile ES is their highest end division. That's going to have better quality, better sound, more power, and it's always a good deal in their arena anyway. So in that regards, I want to show you this. This is Sony's newest, called the 6000 ES receiver. They make a 6000 and a 4000 touchscreen. They both have where you can plug in for CarPlay or Android Auto, but it also has wireless CarPlay built in, has a backup camera input built into it, an equalizer built into it, a 200-watt amp built into it, and you can add amplifiers to it. On top of that, the nicer version of this, which is $799, actually has HDMI built in as well. So you want to come in and compare these. We carry Pioneer, we carry Sony, we carry Alpine, and we try to keep JVC and all these guys in stock. But this is really a very high-end head unit, much nicer touchscreen for just $799. If you're not a $799 guy or gal, I get that. We got them for $349 with touchscreens as well. It's just a matter of you kind of picking what fits your fancy. Now, in regards to that, Sony Mobile ES also makes very nice high-end component speakers, which means tweeters and mid-ranges, coax speakers like this, which come in 6-inch, 5x7, the 5x7, 6x8, 6x9. Components are the ones going to have separate tweeters, and we have all of that, as you can see right here, in stock to be able to best serve you. We also have the new Mobile ES amplifiers, which come in a 4-channel to run like mids and highs, and what they call monoblock amplifiers to run subs. Now, if you're one of those that says, hey, I have to have all the same brand, this is a way to get a complete system from Sony Mobile ES in one brand. I'm a chipper chopper. What that means is, I have an Alpine head unit, I have a JL audio amplifier, and I have Rockford Fosgate on my mids and highs, and we got all that in stock as well. If you want to mismatch, if you kind of want to just hen pick what you really want, you just a little sound demo. The highs and the mid bass are incredible. It completes the package as a subwoofer. Subwoofers are like these that you can put in place. It kind of gives you your bottom end. But the highs are unbelievable. It's just 2 speakers playing. So when you come in, let me turn this down. When you come in, we can do a demo for you in our Macon or Warner Robins location to figure out what best suits you. Silk dome tweeter, polyurethane edges. They come with or without grills, depending on if we're putting in the factory location. Now, we carry other brands too. We carry JL Audio, we carry Alpine, we carry DS18, we carry Rockford Fosgate. All of that is also going to be in stock. Of course, we have head units and amplifiers in stock. So I'm sure you've seen a cutaway of my sales floor out there right now. We are loaded up and so ready because tax season, we're kind of heading into tax season. So in the Macon and Warner Robins location, when you come in to buy your head unit or your speakers or your amplifier or your custom subwoofer box, whatever it is, if you can dream it, I'm letting you know those guys and gals out there can build it. Macon and Warner Robins, this is what we do. All right, in the world of flat panel TVs, we carry Sony and Samsung, and every month I try to kind of give you an idea where the market is headed because it's constantly changing. So in the world of, it goes 32, 43, 55, 65, 75, 85, 98. The big TVs, we talked about this. This is going to be the newest 85-inch QN series from Samsung. Absolutely unbelievable color. Obviously, they've gotten unbelievably thin, as you can see right here. There, my fingers held together. That is the entire thickness of the TV, which is nice. All these TVs can be set on furniture or hung on above the fireplace or on the wall. We do a lot of articulating arms, mantle mounts where you can pull it down in front of your mantle so you can see it if you have a really high mantle. But the idea is when you come in, for you guys that are do-it-yourselfers, or if you would say, hey, I want y'all to do it, but I just want to kind of, scratch and sniff and taste and see what those TVs are like. We're going to carry every size we can, and we kind of handpick. There's a lot of models that we don't carry that don't really give you the most bang for your buck. So when you come in and buy, a 65-inch 4K monitor with wireless mirroring and every single app known to man, for less than $700, you know that you're getting a lot for your money, and you're getting what? Tech support, because we have tech support. We have our own technicians that do that. When you're kind of picking out a TV, it's best to kind of come in and get an idea, where is my chair in regards to where my TV is? Some people are, 2 or 3 feet out like this, and it's a different view than it is when you have a really big living room and you're 22 feet back or 26 feet back. You want to buy a TV that's a little bigger than you think if you can make it fit that way, because people get used to them. All the new TVs, I had somebody come in the other day asking about smart features. They're going to have Netflix and Hulu and Vudu and Pandora, and all this stuff's going to be built in, but you do have to have internet for that to work. If you just watch good old-fashioned TV. Like I watch Barrett Jackson, right? And I watch, the Masters, and I watch football. And that's just easy enough to go to DirecTV or Cox Cable or Dish Network, and that all plug and play right into this as well. Here's the blessing of what we do since 1978 is our guys will come out and set it up. Our guys will hang it on the wall if you choose to. Our guys will just set it on your furniture and do it all where you can just enjoy it. Depending on what complexity that comes with depends on how much the fee is. Here's the deal. There's my phone number. Guess what? I will come out to your home, or I'll send one of our really, really smart ones out to your home and for free to at least choose everything properly that you want. So the idea behind that is you don't have to pay me or one of our guys to come out there or gals to come out there and help you pick the products out. You just pay for the services after the fact. If he just says, hey, I just want you to help me pick it, then I'm going to come by and do it myself, there's still no charge for that, but at least you're buying it from a store that if you ever have an issue, can give you tech support. Again, there's my phone number. The estimates are free. Sony and Samsung we have in stock, stacked to the roof to serve you. This is what we do. Okay, a lot of times when we do the full HD security cameras, we do 2 different series called TVI and IP. The difference is the IP is a nicer HD picture, and it has audio and video if you choose for that source. But a lot of times we end up in really, really tight spaces like this for security of the product and for security. And a lot of times we just need this to be in a tight spot so people can't get to it, if that makes sense. Better than that, sometimes people just don't want this stuff out in the closet or out in their living room or whatever, and that's why you kind of see it like this. Anyway, enough of all that. My phone number is going to come up right here. This is, you call me and I'll come out and do an estimate. That's how we ended up in this particular spot. This is our NVR. The NVR, this is our recorder. This is what does all the work. These come in 4-channel, 8-channel, 16-channel, 32-channel, 64-channel, whatever you want there. And the difference is these are ran with what they call Ethernet cables, kind of like what plugs into a cable modem, but it gives you the better picture and the sound. This is just a temporary grid that I set up for you to see. I want to give you an idea about the clarity of these. And I'm just going to click through some of these. Check this out. I want you to see the clarity of this first off. Obviously, I can tell what kind of car that is. I can tell what kind of car that is. I can see that that's my Ken. I can even see the duck. I can even see the kensonline.com. This is what you have to have when it comes to seeing the bad guy. Let's just look at a couple of these views. Check this out. I want to be able to see the back porch, right? I'm sure as we're doing this, you're also seeing a cutaway of me taking pictures of the cameras. They're very unassuming and they fit in really nice spots, but they have gigantic views. So I can see my doors and my windows, but can also see my yard all the way down into, and look at this view of this house. It's absolutely unbelievable. I'm going to get you a couple more just to keep going around here. Check this out. This is a nice, I'm actually going to cut away right now to a part that I did from in front of this door. All right, see, when you have a hidden door or a side door or a back door, this is where the bad guys come. And so you got to be able to see this, but you have to see a field of view that will also show kind of where they've come from, if that makes sense. So what we normally will do is we do a camera that is kind of an off axis like this. And the off-axis camera has a 138-degree view. So with that being said, I can see from all the way out here, all the way to that door. I'm sure you've seen a cutaway of it now on the grid, but it gives me a huge view. So if somebody's near my AC unit, somebody's near my back door, and whoever approaches to the back of the house, we have all of the details. This is just one camera that really, really takes care of a lot of spots in regards to the bad guys. Get around here to the front. Look at this. This is when you come up the driveway. There's our vehicle. There's our trailer. Look at all the detail right here. And this is coming up to our front door. The idea behind this, again, we want 3 views minimum of the bad guy when we do that. And of course, you always have to have a front door view. I'm going to pull that up for you now. Here's our front door. You saw the camera where the van was and coming up. The idea then, we want what we call fluid movements when they pull up in the driveway, whoever there's, that they walk into the driveway. It's very important to have that. And all this is time stamped and it records 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can get a 7-day time stamp or a 30-day time stamp. You can get a 1-year time stamp if you want to, if you're a person that travels a lot, so you can go back on it. Right now, you're seeing a cutaway of the phone view. The phone allows you to view it from anywhere in the world that you have cell service. You can pull your cameras up and see what's going on with your investment, whether it be your business or whether it be your storage house or whether it be your home. This allows us to do those things. When we come in, we set all of this up, we tie it into your internet and get it running. Here's the best part about this. Because they are not Wi-Fi based, in other words, wireless cameras, which do have their own advantages too, this always records regardless if your internet is working. All the Wi-Fi based products, if the Wi-Fi goes off, you got nothing. Right? And with this, everything's in place is still secure. Now, you don't have the view on your phone. However, it is still recording, so we can pull up the bad guy, put him on a thumb drive, and put him in jail where they belong. Again, there's my phone number. The idea behind this, I come out, I design the system for you. We make sure it fits your budget. Then our boys come and do what they do. And guess what? You get a 2-year on-site warranty, parts, labor, unconditional. This is what we do. Right, in the world of big power, so the guys that use anywhere from 2,000 watts to 50,000 watts of big car audio, so you're going, what in the world? They have to have current. So most of the time we will go to an extended alternator or 2 alternators, but we always have to have bigger batteries. Now, in the world of that is Limitless, and Limitless does lithium batteries, and let's give you an idea what they do. This battery right here, right? This weighs 9 pounds. This is the equivalent to 5 batteries. So 5 batteries like you see in your car together have the power that this 9-pound piece has right here. In the world of farads, we talk about capacitors, 1 farad, 2 farad, 10 farad. This right here is actually a battery delete type farad. Look at this mama right here, all built in. And for you guys that are base heads, you'll understand this. This is 500 farads of power built in. We even have tenders built in for 89 bucks. So in the real world of, hey, I don't want my stuff to flicker, I don't want to mess up my electrical system in my car, this is where it all comes. We have it in our Macon and our Warner Robins store. Talk to the brainiacs and figure out which one fits your fancy. But if you've got a big car stereo, this will fit literally anywhere. This is the same size as my elementary lunchbox was for Speed Racer, but this right literally is the same power as 5 batteries. Limitless is in stock in Macon in Warner Robins also. All right. Let's talk about bass just for a second. Now, if you're a bass head like myself, then you have to have some sort of bass in your vehicle. I have people will come in. I got a friend of mine just bought a brand new F450. I think it has like 25 miles on it. He's like, I have to have my bass. Where's my bass? Now, we carry a bunch of brands. We're going to talk about just a couple real quick. SoundCube is an absolute big boy brand. They make humongous power, and I'm talking about absolutely smoking deals. This is 850 watts. This is a monoblock amplifier, which means you can bridge it. It has a crossover network already built in, has a place for a bass knob already built in. This is 850 watts RMS power. Ready for this? 219 bucks. $219. So that's one piece. Look at this. These are their subwoofers. They go anywhere from about $129 and up. I just want to let you know, do they do big? Yes. This is a 100-pound 2,500 watt RMS, 10,000 watt max power amplifier, a subwoofer, and this right here is only 600 bucks. This is something you need to come see. This is kind of the cream of their crop. Coming around here, Rockford Fosgate, as you see, we have in stock. They're going to have amplifiers anywhere from about $179 all the way up to about $500. Their subwoofers anywhere from about $119 all the way up to about $2,000. And you're going, what does all that mean? Well, the idea is we package it all together for you. Now, if you don't want to do a custom box, they do powered 8-inch. This new Wedge 12 they just came out with, look how thin this is. Obviously will fit in so many different locations. 500 watt amp, come with a bass knob, 599 bucks. Installed, comes with all the cables and everything, and it's already ready to go 3/4 inch MDF. If I'm talking too fast, it's because I'm really, really excited. Coming through here, you see we have prefab boxes already made if you're a do-it-yourself, or you can kind of do your way that way. If you're in the mood for bass, Ken's and Macon Warner Robins is stacked up and ready to bass you. All right, when you do new construction, we're obviously in the construction zone. When you look at this, you see an amazing amount of mess. This is not an amazing amount of mess because this is how we get every cable in the house. So you see this conglomerate right here. This is going to be cat lines, speaker lines, coax, HDMI, stuff for balance, stuff for security cameras. All this is packed into here. Then we'll open this closet, and you see here, we'll have all this label. It's going to be our own shelf, our own power. This is literally our equipment closet. When you do it that way, I can house all the stuff there, and you don't have stuff strode out all over the living room, but it will run multiple zones. When I say multiple zones, this is a zone. So you see I got a coffered ceiling here. This allows us to flush all our speakers in. So here's one full surround sound, kind of this way. All right, so you come from the living room and you're out on, this is kind of a 2-layer porch right here. So I can put like a 75 or an 85 here. All the speakers out here will be surface mount, and it won't be 2 zones because they're all connected. I'm gonna flip you this way, come this way. And this allows me to do even an opposite side TV or more sound on this side. So now what you've seen is I have a zone of surround sound in the living area. I have another zone of surround sound on this back patio. He said this is where he wants to really jam out. I want to take him to the master bedroom here shortly. And we've got his daughter's bedroom upstairs. And we got the whole perimeter covered with cameras that will do audio, video, full HD, digital zoom built in. Again, all controlled from that exact closet. So come this way with me. Okay, so now you're in the master bedroom. Again, everything wires back to one equipment closet, and then we just put Wi-Fi throughout the house for have control. So here we are in the master bedroom. Bed going here. Flush mount speakers will go up here in the ceiling, and then flipping around behind you, you're seeing they're getting ready to insulate. We're already ready to go with Ethernet lines, coax lines for old school DirecTV, Cox cable, stuff like that. This is pre-wire number 4 zone. Come through here. When you step into here, you'll see up top here we have speakers in here for another zone. So now he's got a master bathroom where he can play whatever he wants. Master bedroom, he can play whatever he wants, plus TV. He's got the outside surround sound, the inside surround sound, and then up in the bonus room we have his daughter's surround sound, plus full security. The reason I say, here's my phone number, it's gonna come up right here. The idea is you call me when we're at this point. Before there is sheetrock, and right when the electricians start, and we're kind of the last guy on the team. We come in literally when they start putting insulation in, we're the last guys in before they put sheetrock in. But man, does this save you so much time and so much money, so much moolah to pre-wire. And guess what? We overthink it so we can future think it. So 10 years from now, we're not going, why didn't we think about that then? That's the reason we're running so much Ethernet line and so much Wi-Fi extensions throughout the house. And of course, security is always a priority. There's my phone number. Guess how much it cost him for me to design this entire system? Nothing. Because once we get together, figure it all out, we try to get you all in budget. We do the pre-wire. We'll come back out once they get the sheetrock in and flush all the speakers in. And then once everything's trimmed out, we'll come out and get his fun on. There's my phone number. One more time, the estimates are free. This is what we do. Hummer. We all know the Hummer. They make an H1, an H2, and an H3. This is the H3, but the factory radios in the Hummers are terrible. that might be being nice. Now, in the world of that, the blessing is when you do this dash, let me show you this. This is the factory dash, and it has what they call a doubled-in oversized radio, which means that we can come in and put what we choose or what you choose. We can do a floating tablet type radio in a 9 or a 10-inch, or you can do this as a 7-inch, or you can do a 6-inch. Now, the cool thing is it has Android Auto, which is what you're seeing now, and CarPlay built in, so I can have my maps, right? I can have an EQ, I can have radio, I can have Pandora. All these things are built into it, makes it very, very easy to use. Another thing it has built into it is as a backup camera input, which we did. We put a backup camera, as you see, and I love the lines that show you you're not in trouble, you're about to be in trouble, now you're about to slam into something, and this makes it super easy. When you have a truck like this, it's big, and everything's, again, you got to have plenty of ways to see. By the way, backup cameras are anywhere from $200 to $300. And if you when you buy the radio from us, there's no labor to install the camera. Let's put it back in park. Now it goes back to the screen that we had. I can check my text messages, my news, anything I want to do. It's all built in, and it literally works just like my phone, which everybody knows how to operate their phone. It also, this is called the Alpine 650. It also has 200 watts of amplifier built into the radio. So when I want to give it some juice, it has sound clarity. This battery speakers. It's just clean.
Macon923.com.
Just keep going. David, you have to pop that part out of there. Ready, set, go. And the blessing about this, again, AM, FM radio, it has Bluetooth. You do a microphone. Here's my microphone right here. So when I want to talk wirelessly without holding my phone in my hand. And of course, with the USB, once I plug my phone in, it becomes my phone. Now, CarPlay radios are about $350 all the way up to about $1,500 because there's like 25 different models. But you got to come in because you don't pay anything for labor, and we're the same price as them. So when you look on Alpine's website, we're the same price as that. But if you look at that logo up on the building right there, we've been here since 1978, and we've been installing since 1978, and we've been servicing since 1978 right here in Macon, Georgia, and in Warner Robins store. So when you go into the Macon and the Warner Robins store, you can kind of bring in whatever. Again, this is a Hummer. We do every type of vehicle you can possibly come to mind. But look at this. It literally fits exactly like factory, and now he don't have to go buy a brand new car, and he's bada bing, bada bang. He's got the safety of a backup camera and the sound clarity of Alpine. Bada bing, bada bang, this is what we do. All right, we are inside New Heights Church on Lamar Road in Macon, Georgia, and when you have a building this big, you have to think about lighting, you have to think about sound, you have to think about laser projectors, a lot that goes on because everything has to be oversized to be able to fill this building up. Starting with the front image. Now, this is Sony's newest laser projector. They make 3 different series of this laser. This is the big boy, and it gives you the best resolution and extreme brightness of about 6,000 lumens of laser, especially when you have a screen that is 18 feet wide. So this is 18 feet wide, and this is actually a jutted out part, a framed out part of the building that was painted in white versus a screen, and look how bright that is. It's absolutely unbelievable. So again, 18 feet wide, we're just showing a basic slide. This is Pro Presenter 7, which we also install on our computers and train as well. So we have Pro Presenter 7 to put up our media, put up announcements, put up pictures, anything you want to do up here, as you see right here, crystal clear. On top of that, when we came in here, he said, we need lighting. So we need stage lighting so we can see people for streaming, but we also need stage lighting so we can see when we're up here doing our praise band. They have a massive praise band. On top of that, he said, we need bigger sound. You'll see over in this corner here, an 18-inch, 2,500 watt subwoofer that gives us our bottom end. We put new Sanctuary 15-inch two-way speakers up on the wall here. And then he said, hey, well, on top of that, we want accent lighting. So as you'll see up on these trusses, now you're probably seeing a cutaway right now of us on our scaffold. We had 3 layers of scaffold to be able to get up onto these trusses, and we added lighting here. I'm gonna walk through. So this gives us the main floor lighting, which can be any color that you choose. We have spotlights to spot for the stage, a spotlight to hit their cross. Then we had back-end lighting on the second set of trusses. This is a good fill-in too. Again, you're just seeing one of the rainbow of colors that go here. And then in the back here, we lit this up even more to light up this kind of rear seating area. It's kind of a coffee area in the back of the sanctuary. Now, on top of that, we did a rear laser projector, and this one is more about brightness than anything else, so we used it for that. And as you see, we did these sound panels many, many years ago, and because you have such a big building, it's hard to get the echo out of a building that is literally as big as a gym. So we did all these sound panels because the first place you want to address sound panels is on the rear wall because of reverberation. Again, laser projector at 26 feet up in the air in this rear lighting. All of it is controlled from that custom-built booth right there that allows their Apple computer to control all of their streaming. They can control all of their lighting, all of their projectors. Anything that's happening is controlled from that booth that keeps it nice and simple and kind of out of the congregation way. Coming back around, I want you to see the full size of this. Look at the size of this sanctuary and how big a deal this is to have this much area. Now, New Heights Church in Macon, Georgia, they have kind of a traditional contemporary service. You need to visit them. I'm going to pass it over to their pastor here in just a second. But the idea behind this is they can serve all age groups. They have hallways here full of Sunday school rooms, which is super, super nice. Eventually, we're going to get in here and get even more in the security side of their business. But when you have full-on laser projectors, full-on Chauvet digital lighting, right? You have sanctuary speakers, digital amplifiers, everything controlled from a digital booth. And the fact that they let us come in here and kind of just bump everything up to the next notch means what? It means that they're more invested in making sure that your worship service is dynamite. Is that the right word? My phone number is going to come up right here. This is a very important phone number because when you call me, I will come out at no charge to you wherever you are. We know we do the tri-state area. And I will design the system for you. Then we talk about budget, talk about wish list. We've done this over time with this church because they'll have a couple of wish lists, and we'll do number 1, then we'll do number 2 and number 3, and it's really turned out to be an amazing setup for church worship. Again, one more time, there's my phone number. I will come out. We can do all this together and make sure your church is top notch. This is what we do.
Well, I just want to say, I'm Pastor David. I'm the pastor here at New Heights Church. And we've had a tremendous experience with Mike and all the crew from Ken's. Really, called them first when we were trying to kind of look at some solutions to the problems that we were having. And I got to tell y'all, it's way over and beyond what I was expecting. So excited to have the work that was done. And if you've got, especially for pastors, for churches that are looking for solutions on sound, for your projectors, for your lighting, call them. because they do the work, they get it done quickly, and we couldn't be more satisfied with what we've got. So really want to give a huge shout out to Mike and the crew. Also want to just say, if you're sitting at home on Sundays with nothing to do, but maybe you'd like to try to find if there's a way to have an experience with God and build a relationship with Him, I just want to invite you to come check out New Heights.
Hey, thank you again for watching our show. Here we are in February 2023, and I'm very grateful for you taking the 28 minutes or so that it takes to see what you allow us to do. We're very, very grateful for that. Since 1978, our family has been doing what we do, which is audio and video, and then as it got bigger and bigger and bigger, of course, we've always done car stereo. We do churches, and we do conference rooms, and we do security cameras, and we do whole house music, and we do whole building PA systems, and we kind of take the tri-state area, if you will, and it's a big deal for us to work for you. We really enjoy it, and we are very proud to have a job because of you. I want to say that. It's very important to know that. We do service after the sale. That's what kind of makes us unique and makes us different is, yes, we have brick and mortar stores that support our community, and that's a very big deal to us, but we also have an outset of installers, so, a total of about 15 to 19 installers, depending on when you catch us. But that's what they do. They're all trained, and they all do the right thing as far as that goes. And the blessing is they come to you wherever you are to do the install to make sure that you enjoy. We understand it's your hard-earned money that you're trusting us with to make sure you get the experience that you deserve. So if you're a music freak, we got your number, right? If you're a video freak, we got your number. If you're a super nerd like this guy, we got your number. That is what we do. So whether you could dream big or dream small, or hey, I just want 2 new speakers in my Honda Civic, we got you covered. If you want 20,000 watts in your Acura Integra, we got you covered. That's kind of just what we do. If you want a full-blown theater, we literally can build the entire theater from ground zero. Very, very easy for us to do. We've done them, many of them over the years. Now, social media coming up right here. This is how you keep up with us for Facebook and for YouTube and for Instagram. These are just how you keep up. We have daily specials, and I'm constantly throwing pictures on there of installs that my guys do from the mobile side and on the home and the business side, just so you can kind of scratch your head and go, ooh, I like that idea, or I like that idea. I did my whole theater this past time when I did my theater by copying another guy's ideas. Don't tell him. But I did, because he had such a great idea. I went, man, I love your wall, and I love and I just kind of took all that and let my brainiacs build it out in my own location. If you want to scratch heads with me and us figure out what's next in your agenda, we do a lot of pool systems. We do a lot of pool sound systems. Here we are fixing to be in pool season. We have just gotten into low voltage outdoor lighting. I'm just throwing a couple of pictures up right now so you can see what we do. There's my phone number. My phone number is right here on purpose. You'll probably see my brother's phone number come up as well. You can text or call me, and I can come out and see you. The estimates are free to do that. I also like to know what's going on. Hey, if you have a good experience, please let me know that and post those things. If you have a hard experience that maybe didn't go, I do make mistakes. We do make mistakes, and I'm sorry if we do, but I want to make those things right with you. That's why I would love for you to look out to me. I always end with Scripture. The Scripture I give you today is Psalm 91, verse 11, and it says that God will guard you concerning all of your ways. God will guard you in all of your ways. And you go, well, hold on, I've been through pain, and I've been through some hardships, and I've lost some loved ones. He didn't say put you in a protective bubble and nothing will ever hurt you. But he said, I will guard you. When you fall in love with Jesus Christ as your Savior, God says, you are now my child. I have children. They have felt pain in the past. They have had hardships in the past. But what they always knew is that I loved them and that I would do everything I could for the rest of their lives to make sure that their life was good. It didn't mean I would keep them from pain. It meant that I loved them enough to try to protect them from pain. That is what he does. That is what he does. Come see us at Ken's in Macon and Warner Robins. All right, we are at Taco Loco in Tifton, where we're waiting on Gene to get off the ladder for the last hour and 25 minutes. There's Jarvis waiting. There's Cody waiting. There's Anthony waiting. And there's the Muscle Man.